No matter what your intellect and IQ is, if you don't show up, it doesn't matter.
It just doesn't matter.
Today's Tuesday.
I love your show.
You guys have the spark, and I want that spark.
This reminds me of a little girl from a steel town who had the dream to dance. The deck was stacked against Alex. You know how she overcame those odds? She literally had to become a maniac.
Are you talking about Flashdance?
Showtime.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to NSS. This is the Reynolds Report. Richard Harrison of Pawn Stars fame has passed away at the age of 77. The former Navy officer is best known as the wise presence on the History Channel reality TV series, which focused on 3 generations of one family working at a pawn shop located in Las Vegas. He went by the name Old Man. His son, Rick Harrison, broke the news with a touching statement yesterday morning. Quote, "The old man Harrison passed away this morning, surrounded by those he loved. He will be tremendously missed by our family, the team at Gold and Silver Pawn, and his many fans the world over. He was my hero, and I was fortunate to get a very cool old man as a dad. Richard Harrison, rest in peace." Here's a clip from the show. Last night on The Tonight Show, Jimmy Fallon talked about Donald Trump slamming him.
This is an actual tweet from the president. He really did tweet me last night around 8 o'clock. Is now whimpering to all. Do you guys want to hear the story? I'll give it. It's boring, but you want to hear what this is about? I did an interview with a podcast about the year of what we've done on this show this past year and how great it's been and all the fun things we've done on the show. And then the last 5 minutes is like, do you want to talk about the Trump thing and when you messed up his hair and were you depressed and was everyone? And I go, sure, I was depressed. I mean, yeah, everyone was pretty down. I mean, you know, and but I'm not now. I'm not depressed. It was 2 years ago. I have a show to do. I'm paid to make people laugh. I have to get over it and move on, and that's my job. It's to make you have a good time and forget about stuff. I'm a goofball. I'm a total goofball. There's nothing else I want to do. That's all I'm here to do is make you happy. So anyways, I brought that up, and then I said, yeah, if I had to do it all again, I probably wouldn't do it like that. But this is, you know, this is 2 years ago. We've always wanted to touch Trump's hair. Everybody wanted. That's all people wanted to know is what is his hair real? Is it a toupee? Is it fake? Is it CGI? No one has any idea what is on the man's head. So I go, I'm going to get in there and I'll touch it and I'll tell you if it's real. And we've asked him for years. He's a reality star on NBC. He's been on our show 10 times. And we always ask him, he's like, no thanks. I've had his hair bark at me. I had different stuff like that. And so I messed his hair up and it flew up. It's definitely a real comb over. It is unbelievable. And it went up. It was like beating egg whites. It just kept getting bigger and bigger. And he said, he called and said, monster ratings. First of all, I've never called this human in my life. I don't have his number. I don't want his number. And monster ratings. I don't know what that. If I ever said, did I ever say?
I don't think you said monster cables and monster
ratings.
Drink. Those are.
I've never said monster ratings. I don't know what he's talking about. By the way, Donald, I don't know if you've seen my ratings the past 2 years. You didn't help my ratings. Really, thanks a lot. Thanks for nothing. Help someone else. And then he put be a man, Jimmy.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I just I don't know. I'll try to be more of a man. I really will, Donald. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to start being more of a man.
Now, from Calvin Klein, a new fragrance blending the West with Russia. A wafting aroma combining power, greed, and deceit. Collusion. Collusion. You can smell the conspiracy. Cross the line. Anything to win. Unrefined and uncivilized. And yet, so underhanded. There's no denying. Your lawyer will love it. Collusion. Now available with a 6-month subscription from the New York Times. And coming soon, Incrimination.
Only half staff paying attention to the news today, but this Friday, the last day of business for all Toys R Us locations, I think they've been forced to close due to a controversy after they asked Sarah Huckabee Sanders to leave. The United States' relationship with Canada has never been worse. Yesterday, Melania Trump was seen wearing a green jacket with the words "Canadian Bacon Sucks" on the back. 63-year-old golfer Greg Norman is featured naked in the ESPN magazine body issue. Greg is featured on page 32. His testicles are on page 33. The second man on the moon, Buzz Aldrin, is suing his own children, alleging misuse of his finances. Well, that's one small step for man, one restraining order for kids. A 12-year-old Indian boy has become the youngest chess grandmaster in the world. Meanwhile, an 8-year-old American boy became the youngest to kill a hooker in Grand Theft Auto. Heather Locklear was arrested once again, this time for punching a cop and kicking an EMT. On the bright side, even in her most drunkenness, unlike other celebrities, she's had the basic common sense to stay off Twitter. A California family is worried about the vacant house next door because a family of bobcats has moved in, and apparently they never turned down the music. In Florida, 2 women got out of their cars and helped a lost alligator cross the road. Well, actually, there were 3 women, but only 2 by the time they got to the other side. The Jerry Springer Show is ending after more than 4,000 episodes. What a bummer. That show is just figuring out its voice. Time for Nobody Gives a F. Roseanne Barr said her insulting tweet made her lose everything, except for that coveted invite to Ann Coulter's birthday party. Hey, crazy conservative women, nobody gives a f. There's a word that Adele is working on a new album. As a result, stock prices of Kleenex are way up. Hey, overly sentimental people, nobody gives a f. And a message in a bottle from England drifted 3,000 miles before being found in Canada. Unfortunately, it's a little too late to RSVP the invitation to the royal wedding. Hey, the police, nobody gives a f. Thanks, everybody. We have a new episode of the Reynolds Report for you every weekday. Be sure to check out NSS Live, starring Frank D'Angelo, Tuesdays and Thursdays for NSS Live.